team at Hawthorn. We're the mighty fighting horse. We love our club and we play to win. Riding the bumps with a grin at Hawthorn. Come on, Mayo.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show! I am your host, Andrew Illy! And this is the ball of motherfucking trout, man. Episode 31. Thank you very much for joining me wherever you are around the world. Wherever you are, you silly motherfuckers. We are back, baby! Thank you again, everyone, for joining me. And tonight's episode, guys, is going to be all about the footy. So for my international viewers that come on here to watch Manchester United and you're wondering what the fuck is going on, there's your heads up and a warning, so you don't have to watch if you don't know what's going on. But guys, thank you again. I have been on a hiatus once again, and we're creating a habit of that, but I had a legitimate excuse for you guys. Right there. I got married, so thank you everyone for your love and well wishes over the last month. I've got back from my honeymoon, still a little bit tanned, but not really because I'm back in Melbourne. But it's all good, man. And my wife, she's a big part of putting this show together, so thank you, I love you, and on with the show. Thank you guys. Man, the footy has begun. And I know I missed round one because I wasn't here, but we're gonna kick things off from round two. Let's get into the results. But before we do, got to say thank you to our sponsors, SunnysideSliced.com.au, the best New York pizza in town, man. Find them in Mentone. Check out the website. There's my boy Ali with that delicious cheesiness. Yum. Man, give me that shit right now. And of course, guys, you can follow me on Instagram, balloftruth.pod. You can follow me on Twitter, balloftruth_pod. And you can also find me on TikTok as well, balloftruth there as well. And yeah, man, if you like the show, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, click the bell for all notifications. And that's it. Guys, let's get into the results. Round two, Carlton. The Blows. We're going to cover this one in a second, but we beat the Cats by 8 points at the MCG last Thursday night. I was there, and it was fucking amazing. Brisbane, the lights went out at the Gabba, but they managed to hold on, even though Melbourne came back in that one. The Pies, the premiership favourites at the moment, they are on fire. The Dacos brothers doing their thing. They smashed Port Adelaide. The Tigers sustained a late comeback from the Crows and finished them off. The Sainers did well against the Bulldogs. That's 2-0 for them. And North Melbourne, the Kangaroos, are 2-0 as well. They beat Freo in Perth. Amazing stuff there. We got the Hawks. Oh, God. We have a new trash in the AFL. Jesus Christ. 2 rounds in. Hawkers not looking good. They got thumped again, man. 2 weeks in a row. Last week to Essendon and this week to Sydney. And the Bombers, the former trash, are 2-0. And they beat the Gold Coast Suns in a pretty good game, that one. And they ran away with it in the last quarter. And the Eagles are off to a winning start there. So they're 1-1 against the Giants. But here is your ladder. As you can see, Sydney as you can see, Sydney on top of the table. And look, this doesn't mean fuck all right now, so it is what it is, man. The Blues are in there, 7th. There's no point talking about it yet. It's round 2. Anything can happen. Let's get on to the game last Thursday, man. Carlton versus Geelong. And, man, did we shock their system. The Cats. Don't know what's going on there. The Cats are 0-2. Crazy stuff as well. But like I said, guys, it's the start of the season. Who gives a fuck? Man, this was one of the best team efforts I've seen in this win against Geelong. It was fucking amazing. Coming off the draw last week, we played pretty average, man, pretty bad. And whether because it's round 1, who knows? Like, I don't know what was going on. Everyone was rusty. I was in Queensland watching this, man, and I was tearing my hair out. But look, it was hot. It was slippery. People are rusty. I don't know, man. Probably should have lost that game. But you can also say that we should have won that game. So I think maybe the draw was deserved. It was a fair result. Our midfield got destroyed in round 1. Tigers were all over us in the midfield and the clearances. They had way more inside 50s. However, there was a few positives. Our defence held up. And even Vossi said if that game was last year, we probably would have got pounded. So I was a bit optimistic, man. I'm like, you know what? Rather than be negative, I'll take the positives out of that game. The way we ended last year, 4 losses in a row, man. I'm just like, fuck, I just want us to win a game. And this was the biggest chance to do that, man. I said this, I tweeted it out on Ball of Truth _pod on Twitter. I said, this game is a statement game. We need to make a statement. If we're the real deal, and if we're going to be a contender, let's knock off the champions. It's the only way to do it. And it's been 13 years. 13 years, man. 2010 was the last time that Carlton beat a reigning premier. So the team that won it the previous year. Man, like, come on. This needed to be the one. Man, got in there. The crowd's buzzing. You could feel it all week. I felt really good about this game. Despite the injuries, Geelong had injuries too. They lost Tom Stewart, Mitch Duncan. We didn't have George Hewitt. Sam Walsh is still out. A few other little niggles here and there. Jack Martin was a laid out. And look, man, like I said, if we were the real deal, we had to win this game. After the few changes, Corey Durden and Pitternet were in. My boy, Corey Durden, man. Jesus Christ. What a difference both of these guys made to the overall pressure. The smother from Durden led to the first goal in this game. Set that tone early. We're all over him, man. Dominated the first quarter, but we just couldn't put our chances away. And I was wondering if we could maintain that through the game. But Charlie Curnow, man, Jesus Christ, this guy, unbelievable. He kicked 5 goals. Jeremy Cameron, the other one, kicked 6 for the game. He was amazing. That guy just does not miss. Chera had a few errors early on, which led to one Geelong goal and almost another one. And Rowan kicked one from 75 metres in the first quarter on the counter-attack due to that Chera mistake. Man, who impressed me was the youngster, the second gamer, Ollie Hollands, man. He was outstanding. He was the player who ran the most in the whole game. I think he got close to 16 Ks. Fucking ridiculous, man. He is one to look out for. I thought TDK was awesome. TDK and Pitternet in the ruck alternating. I loved it, man. We dominated that first quarter. Just couldn't put that pressure on the scoreboard, like I said. But we kept the ball moving forward at all times. And we were just relentless, man. Any little 1%ers, man. Just blocking a hand pass or just doing enough in the tackle to stop them on their counter. It was fucking awesome to see. So yeah, man, we're up by a few points after the quarter time. Second quarter, you knew Geelong were going to come out firing because we looked spent, man. Looking at the players after that first quarter, we gave so much into that first quarter and the pressure and all that running where I'm like, all right, they're going to definitely kick a few goals early here. And I said it to, I can't remember who it was at the time, but I said Geelong are going to go on a little run here, which they did in the second quarter. They kicked a few in a row, but One decision made me snap. And I wish I could show it, but I'll probably get it cut down because YouTube are cracking down on this stuff. Hollands had a clear holding the ball, man. It was like a relentless pressure again. Awesome passage of play. Hollands caught, I can't remember if it was Rowan or one of the other small fellas in a tackle. Clear holding the ball. He dropped the ball, but after the guy dropped the ball, Hollands landed in his back, and the umpire gave the second free kick when it was already holding the ball. He just landed in his back afterwards. I snapped. Sitting in Medallion. I'm the only one swearing my head off here. Everyone in their suits. Oh, it's a lovely game. Having a drink. And I'm sitting there, you motherfucker. I was losing it, man. But that's me at the footy. I'm worse at home. But yeah, man, there was a beautiful moment in that second quarter where Ed set up his brother Charlie for a goal. A much-needed goal because Geelong were on that run. We scored one. Charlie and Harry scored the others. So that was good to see. Kind of broke out to a 10-point lead at halftime. And I was feeling good, man, because, look, we should have been up by more. Everyone knows we should have been up by more that game. But it's Geelong. It's us. Second round. So at halftime, I was feeling good. And I just wanted us to maintain that pressure. Because the tackling was outstanding this week as opposed to last week. Third quarter, man, we won the game. The third quarter won us the game. We continued that pressure and we were all over him, man. Still conceded a few goals quickly after scoring, which we need to work on. The Blue Bags. Cripps was huge in the third quarter. He had 11 touches, 6 contested, 3 or 4 clearances. Charlie Fisher and Durden got all goals. Maybe Always was in there as well. Durden, easily goal of the game. I've got to show you guys this one. Have a look at this. This absolutely erupted the crowd.
Dynamite third quarter. Little low ball to the boundary line. Mackay. DeConing. Handball backwards. Snaveled, I think, by Owies. Picked up by Durden. Right foot beating Banana. 3 in a row for the Blues.
Owies stole it away. Couldn't quite burst through. Quick Banana comes through Durden. It's a miracle from Durden. Barely daylight to aim at. That is something special.
It's hand pass picked up by Owies. Tackled by Zach Guthrie. Ball spits out to Durden. Durden kicks it from out wide. Carlton in rhythm.
Underneath, had his pocket picked by Owies. Out to Durden. Outside of the boot. Got it!
Love that, man. Back to the game. So Durden with a goal of the game, man. And a great moment. Ed Curnow scored a goal. Players got around him. It was awesome to see. He missed pretty much the whole of last year, man. Silvani set him up. Who got sub later on in the game. Nothing in it. But I know he doesn't like it. But he needs to mature and just be like, all right, that's part of the game plan. And Lockie O'Brien is a very good sub to have. I like him coming off the bench. Jeremy Cameron was unbelievable, man. I was privileged to sit right behind his set shots in the crowd, and man, just did not look like missing every time. Guy's a freak. So 3/4 time, we were up by 23 points, and this is where all Carlton fans are thinking the same thing. They're like, "What the fuck's next?" The last few games of last season, we choked, and were we going to do this, or were we going to step up and finally learn our lesson late on in games? Because you know Geelong are going to come back. You just know it. They're the champions for a reason. They're an unbelievable side, and we are known to take the foot off the gas, get a bit nervous, and that's exactly what happened, man. Geelong, bang, bang, scored a few goals late. I mean, early in the last quarter, man. They cut the lead very, very well. But we held on. We had some huge moments, man. I could go on forever. Every single passage of play in that last quarter told a story. It was freaking crazy. McGovern didn't have a good game. However, oh my God, he had a kick out in the last quarter and literally gifted them a goal. But he made up for it, man, with a game-saving tackle against Cameron, which would have cut it to a one-kick game, and we did not want it to get to a one-kick game, which it would have made it 2 points or something like that. Huge tackle. Lewis Young was huge. Harry Mackay, who had a quiet game, he only kicked the 1 goal, but his last 5 minutes took like 3 or 4 contested marks, man, in crucial times where we needed to kill a bit of that clock. He was massive. Who else? Always got the 1 goal in the last quarter that sealed it for us, which was awesome. He kicked 3. He was awesome. Great pressure and inside forward 50 pressure as well by him. Akers was awesome. Blake Akers, our signing from St Kilda. Not St Kilda, Fremantle. He was originally from Saints. He was awesome. I was a bit harsh on him last week, even though I didn't do the review, but watching at home, he wasn't doing it for me, but he's getting into that groove. And you got to remember, guys, it's early days. I don't want to peak early like we did last year, because we were 8-2 at one stage, I believe, and we're like talking finals, and we really should have made finals. Everyone knows it. Didn't happen. But yeah, I want to slowly build up to peak. I don't want to peak too early. So it's good. Discipline will kick in later on in the year. Lewis Young, oh my God, he was easily my man of the match round 1 for the Blues. He was unstoppable, man. I know Jeremy Cameron kicked 6 goals, but Lewis Young, oh man, he would have saved at least 10 goals. And Wiedering was good back there as well. There was a huge mark by Lewis Young late on, one-on-one with Jeremy Cameron, actually, and he took the mark, and the crowd just fucking erupted. It was amazing. You would have got chills if you heard this, if you were there. But yeah, man, heaps of players did magnificent things, and they don't always get the statistics for them. It's always those 1%ers just to put little things off here and there and to keep that ball moving, and we did that really well, man. I'm just so happy. This was a great win. I should just run through the list in case I forgot anyone. I'll tell you who like Charlie Curnow kicked 5. He was probably up there in my votes. It just says it all, really. That guy's unbelievable. If Harry's not cooking, then Charlie Curnow is. Durden was awesome. His little pressure here and there, smothering, doing all that type of stuff, all that dirty work, man. Him, Motlop, always, they don't get enough credit for this stuff. Fisher was cool. I thought Chera was awesome, minus those errors early on. He lifted. Cripps was magnificent, and our defense held up again. So yeah, man, I'm not gonna harp on too much about it because it is what it is. Like, we won, we're 6 points on the ladder, but just a lovely win, and finally we break that duck of beating a champion. So there you go. Man, that's pretty much it for the game. I'm not going to go too much into it because it's nearly been a week. And now that I'm back, I will start recording right after the game and give you guys my thoughts and opinions straight after while I'm fresh and hot and angry. So, man, round 3, let's look to... I'll tell you who I'm tipping for this one. So we've got Bulldogs and Brisbane tomorrow night. That's going to be a tough one, man, because Bulldogs are under the pump. So I'm just going to go Brisbane just on form. They won their last game. But it honestly, it's a 50-50 game, that one. I'm going to go Brisbane just by 9 points. I'm going to go Collingwood. Richmond have a few injuries and suspensions. And I think Collingwood are in too much of good form to lose that one. North Melbourne, I think, will do the business. Alistair Clarkson against Sammy Mitchell. Wow, what a story that is. I think Clarko is going to do the business, man. And the Hawks, I mean, if they got a shock round 1, the Hawkers, after Essendon beat them, they were just like, what? And then they see Clarko round 3. Oh, God. Oh, boy. I hope you guys enjoyed my intro. Oh, Nitch, my best man. I'm sorry, man. I have to. There's a new trashy team, and it is the Hawks. They're going down again. They're going 0-3. I'm calling it. I think we'll beat the Giants coming this Saturday. If we lose that, I will be very pissed off. But I think we're playing good enough to beat them. But it's always a tricky game. They're always good. Essendon versus St Kilda. Both teams are 2-2. 2-0. I don't know who I'm going to pick in this one, man. Because Saints lost Steele. So, look, I'm going to go Saints. Just by 1 point, I reckon. It's going to be that's a 50-50 game. Who else have we got? Port Adelaide and Adelaide in the showdown. I'm going to go Port Adelaide. Cats will get their first win surely against the Suns, even though they're 0-2. Melbourne Sydney's a tough one. I'm going to go with... Oh, man. You got to go Sydney at this point for an upset there, even though Melbourne's a favourite. And I'm going to go Freo against Eagles. I think Freo are due for a win, and Fife might be back. So there you go. Man, I think I've covered everything for today. Just a quick one to get back into it. And, man, I will be here Sunday. I'm going to record Ball of Truth episode 32 and cover all of round 3. So, man, stay tuned. I'm going to start uploading a bit more on TikTok because one of my Ronaldo videos that I did prior to me taking a break kicked off a little bit. So, again, credit to the wife who's doing all the social media and all that stuff for the channel. Yeah, we're gonna start pumping out a few clips. We're gonna clip old school clips from the show and new ones, and we're gonna upload them there. So feel free to follow me on there, guys. Again, if you're enjoying the show, click the subscribe button, hit the like button, click the bell for all notifications, guys. Follow us on all social medias. We'll leave it all in the chat and the info in the description. But man, that's all from me. I love you all. Thanks for staying tuned, and we're going to get things going. The Trouth will be back. I promise you guys, he is coming. For those who don't know who that is, it's a character on the show, and he's going to go on an epic rant next week. So stay tuned for that. I'm out of here, guys. Nothing else to say. Go the Blue Baggers. What a win. Absolutely loving it. And plenty of stuff to talk about next episode. So thank you very much. Love you all. Adios. Goodbye. And I'll leave you with this. Oh no, the poor Hawkers. Jesus Christ.